Page 15, rapid finger movement. Now higher up on this page they have a legato staccato there workout thing. I don't really cover that. You're welcome to do that if you want. The idea is the articulation, because you're just using a 5-finger position and speed is up to you, but it's got to be controlled and even. So in one case you're doing staccato in one hand, legato in the other. And then the other way. Independence. I would prefer you use scale videos. So if you haven't been, please go do my scale video on C major and A minor, 1 octave up and down. And you can practice this kind of stuff with scale. You gotta know the scales anyway. So the previous page they talk about an arpeggio thingy. An arpeggio, remember, is a broken chord going either from the bottom note to the top note or the top note to the bottom, in that order. That's the pattern. Because a broken chord can have any kind of pattern. So an arpeggiated chord is just going up and down. It's here. It's going up or going down. That's an arpeggiated chord. We get them in this rapid finger movement. If you look in the first measure in the left hand, you're up here and you have these notes, those eighth notes. That's an arpeggiated chord. And then the next measure is C minor. That's our arpeggiated chord. That's all it is. In this finger movement, 4/4 time with 2 flats. So we're in B flat major or G minor. Well, I don't know. Look at the last measure. You hear? That's G minor. I'm saying it's in G minor. Right hand first. You can use the 2-5 if your hands are really big and you don't want to get up in here. You can do that. Otherwise, this is fine. And then I would do a 2-3 for that one because I'm coming off of here. And then here. And then you got to come down for these 16th notes. And this is just a chromatic passage going up. And when I see this, I recognize that it's a chromatic passage. So I look at the starting note and the ending note, and I just play a chromatic passages between those, it's here. Here. That's it. I don't have to read all those notes. I just got to check it, make sure that sometimes they leave out a note. You have to be careful about that. But they're all there. And you don't have to end on a thumb if you don't want to. You can end on 4th finger, it's fine. But the fingering is for a chromatic passage. Have we had that already? It's just, you use 3rd finger on all the black keys. Here. And then the last chords at the end. Left hand, you have this 5-finger position. We're in G minor. And I recommend 4th finger on the B because those 8th notes, that's the chord. That's the fingering for it, and I recommend 4th finger. Then come down to C minor. And again, 4th finger on the E flat, not 3rd. And then here, you gotta hold that whole note down. As you play those, and then here, and then you get a chromatic passage in the left hand. The start note is here, the end note is here. I'm just going to play a chromatic passage because it looks like they're all there. And there I will end on thumb because the next chord is here. Put them together slowly here. Second line, look out, you're here. You got to play this rhythmically correct. It's 1 E and a 2 E and 1 E and a 2. See, that comes on beat 2. Don't rush it. 1 E and a 2. 1. And I recommend when you do these, feel the beat, put a little natural accent on each beat. Have to force the accent at first, but eventually you want to get to where you just feel it, so you can feel this accent. You can feel ba da 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 type thing. Go back and put in the articulation, the staccatos. accents on those upward arrows in the last measure, those are accents. It's a strong accent. It's stronger than a sideways arrows. It's a in here. You can separate those chords a little bit. Don't give it. There's stronger accents than this, so don't get carried away. But it's stronger than just a regular accent mark. This is a serious accent. Add the dynamics. Sort of loud. It's going to probably be for the hand with all the motion to it. So in this case, left hand. Keep the other hand softer. And then here, the chromatic scale has to be the soft, and the left hand has to be very soft. And you have a crescendo, you're going to go up to loud. Until the next measure, so space that out a little bit. Medium loud, soft. Loud. Ending loud. Speed wise, it's up to you on how fast you want to play this. Those 16th notes have to be even and controlled, so don't get carried away. So it's got to be even. Take it your speed. If it's here, if that's your fast, that's fine. Accuracy and control is more important than speed. So there. I'd like to play this with you slowly, just to check the rhythms and the notes and all that. I'm not doing the dynamics. And again, I put the metronome on 8th notes. So we're beating 8th notes. 1 and 2, 3, and 16th notes are there. 1. So be sure you can play it at least that fast before you try it with me. I'm only going to give us 2 counts because I'm counting 8th notes. So here. Ready, and, go, and. Rest. And